Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules. Welcome back to another weekly pivot point. I am once again here with my cow coffee mug. I really need to get a new one. It's all like, the ceramic is like all cracked. And I'm gonna be sad if it ever breaks. But I need to try and find a new one. I am just sitting down here enjoying the quiet. It is very quiet in my house this morning. And I'm listening to the birds outside. They're not chirping right now, but my bird feeders are right outside, so I can hear them. And then my bird camera is just right across from them by the tree. And I am loving watching my birds. I just read my devotional. I have my book I'm going to read for a little bit before work and just enjoy the quiet before the craziness of my job. So it has been pretty busy the last several days. I've been sprinting a ton, whether it be just in the chats, sitting down and reading when people are sprinting, or being on sprints. So last Wednesday, Gwen had sprints on her channel, so I was reading. And then Thursday, I hosted sprints on my channel with Hannah and Tiffany. And then Friday, Maddie hosted sprints on her channel, and I was on those with her and Wendy. I was busy this weekend, y'all. I was outside and moving. Like, the steps that I acquired this past weekend are probably the most I have in a long time, since I haven't been working out. So I wanted to do a little landscaping out front because it was looking kind of blah. So I ended up at Menards and Lowe's on Saturday. I bought some new bird seed. I had to get the bougie bird seed for the birds, for the bird camera, because it seemed that they were not loved. It's weird because the ones by the house, they eat the heck out of those. But I wanted to get a blend that had like seeds and fruits and nuts, and it worked. So a lot of birds. However, I seem to have a ton of blackbirds around here. They're called grackles. And their little eyes are kind of crazy sometimes. But they're still fun. But I have had a variety of, I think I have sparrows, cardinals, finches, not pretty ones. Hannah gets some really pretty finches. So Hannah from the Teachers TBR, she just got a bird camera as well. And her and I have been sharing our little videos, clips of our birds. And it is so fun, y'all. It's just so fun. I just feel like I'm an old lady. But I love it. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would want to just like chill and watch birds. But here I am. I did end up finding a bird bath, a heavy stone bird bath, which was on sale. So I loved that. And then I got a big potted fern with a welcome sign for my porch. And then I got a new welcome mat. So I took some video clips of what it looks like, and it'll be coming out in my next vlog that I'm working on right now. As soon as I finish this book, it'll be out. And I also went to see my mom on Saturday. It was not a good visit. So she was not having a good day. She just seemed very sad, very repetitive, crying. It was rough. But we know that we're going to have those ups and downs. So just kind of par for the course. So I did that. And then Haley wanted me to go with her to a graduation party. So I ended up going to that. So Saturday day was booked. Full day. And then Saturday night, I just, we chilled at home, and then I ended up watching the third Fear Street movie. So I'm so excited. The Prom Queen comes out Friday. So then Sunday, I was beat from the day before. I just literally sat in my chair most of the morning, watched my birds on my camera, did a little bit of reading. So I didn't even get out and around until like 12:30 on Sunday. But I told my husband, I was like, I want to make this front of this house look even better. Like, my husband just doesn't care about landscaping. He's like, whatever you want to do, I don't care. We just have always been, we just are not big, landscape flower people. Like, we just don't. I kill everything. So, and he knows that. And it doesn't, he don't care what we do. So I was like, I'm going to do something. So by saying that, I mean, if I do anything, it's going to be me doing it. He is not going to help me do it. He has no interest in it. So I was like, I need this to look better. Because it was just half, like it was all uneven and just gross, like dirt. There was a big slump underneath where the drain spout is and had washed out some of the dirt, and I needed to fill it in. Anyway, long story short, I ordered some fill dirt from Lowe's to be delivered. They were 40-pound bags. I got 3 of them. I did not want to carry that. I didn't want to load that up. So I ordered that for delivery, and then I was going to add mulch to it. So I was going to get, because their mulch was only $2 a bag. It was a steal. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get 10 bags of that. So I was going to add that to my delivery too. The delivery jumped from $15 to $65. I was like, what? I'm not paying $65 to have that delivered. So I went ahead and just was going to have the dirt delivered because, again, heavy, didn't have room for it in my car. And then I was like, that's okay. I had to return something to Lowe's. So I was like, I'll just get my mulch. I'll just go pick it up. So I did that. I perused the flowers. I was looking for any kind of ground cover, shaded flowers. Like, y'all, I can't find anything. I mean, most of like the flowers need sun, and I don't, where I need to put them in the front of the house does not get sun at all. Like, it gets a smidge of morning light, just a little sprinkle, and then it's shade all day. So I didn't get any flowers yet, but I did buy 4 hostas. I got 2 small ones and 2 bigger ones. And then I came home and I unloaded all my stuff. I'm thinking my fill dirt should be here by now after all this running I did. Still wasn't there. It was like, I don't know, 3 o'clock and it still wasn't there. So I'm giving it more time. So I went out and I like cleaned up the air, moved everything out, the bird bath and the feeder, cleaned it all up, figured out, you know, it was ready. It was prepped and ready for this dirt. It was 5:45, still didn't have it. And I was like, I didn't want to be out there all night. I didn't want to be out there all night. So I called Lowe's and I was like, where is my order? She said it was picked up at 12:30. It was supposed to be there by 4. I said, well, that's almost 2 hours later. It is still not here. And then she said it was like a third-party delivery person that picks it up. So she said she would have to contact them to have them contact us, you know. Another hour goes by. By this point, I'm like, I'm just going to start. I'm going to start on the other end where I didn't need the fill dirt under the bush. So I start over there. I'm like, I will work my way all the way over until I get to this area where the fill dirt needs to be. And then if they didn't, and I told my husband, I was like, if it's not here in the next hour, I'm canceling it. Well, the next hour I get a call and she says that it was out of stock. They did not have it. And that somebody put, which it was the last 3 bags. I will give them that. But it still said it was available online. So somebody marked the ticket that it was picked up and it was not. So I have this order that's in limbo. Still, this order that's in limbo. And the lady was like, well, we'll have this other dirt, you know, by tomorrow. You know, obviously it wouldn't be delivered till tomorrow. I was like, I need this done today. I was like, just cancel the order. And she said, oh, well, you can just go online and cancel it. I'm like, okay, fine. So I just filled it in all with mulch because I had enough. It ended up looking fine. So I planted my hostas. I put all my mulch down. I put my bird bath back, put my bird feeder back. It looks really good. I am liking it. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is making a fairy garden. So I had a whiskey barrel. It's just a plastic one that I bought that I was going to do my fairy garden in the top of it. But I finally found a real terracotta pot, a big one. And my plan is to bust out the front of it and make it like stairs and then the fairy garden on top of it. But I think what I'm going to do is actually put the terracotta pot on top of the whiskey barrel. So it's like, you know, height. And, you know, do flowers and rocks and fairy gardens and succulents and all the things in it. So we shall see how that turns out. But that's my next project. I did not come inside until after 7 o'clock at night. I was exhausted. My face was so red. I took a cold shower. I had like, I don't know, by the time I was all done, said and done, I had like 30 minutes to sit down before it was time for bed. So it's busy Sunday. And then Monday, I was on reading sprints with Jess and Wendy. Again, me and Wendy are just the sprint hoppers. We'll just be doing sprints with anybody. And then last night, Jess had Escape the Readathon sprints again, and I was just sitting down and doing some reading. So a lot of gardening and reading has been happening the last several days, which is great. I'm still enjoying the readathons that I'm doing. I'm doing Escape the Readathon and Mystery and Mayhem. Mystery and Mayhem has been such a fun time. The Discord, everybody's just so great in there. It's just so fun. The Escape the Readathon one's a little overwhelming because it's a ton of people. But yeah, I'm still reading and logging points for both of those and getting reading done. I'm currently reading Famous Last Words. I just started this last night. I finished Staircase in the Woods, which I started over the weekend and didn't get a lot of it read over the weekend because I was so busy, but I did get that finished yesterday. So I have a reading vlog, just reading those 2 books that'll be coming out, you know, sometime probably by the weekend. Still slowly going through my Goo Gobs of pictures that I have. I think I'm going to start putting them in like Ziploc bags though. That way I can just like easily move them out of the way if I need to, because Haley came into my office to work on pens the other day and bookmarks. She was cutting out the material for the bookmarks and I had to move some stuff around, and I think I got some of my piles mixed up. But so back to that. Speaking of, Haley and I are still trying to figure out the name for our Etsy shop. We think we may have an idea of what we want to do. We are thinking about Crazy Craft Corner or Crazy Crafters, because it is a little chaotic in our craft area and Haley and I are a little crazy. So we're thinking that that might be along the lines of what we call our shop. So I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts and what you think of that, or if you have any other suggestions on what we might call our shop so that we can get our Etsy shop going. It just keeps not happening because we don't have a name. We need to really buckle down and get it figured out. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all the updates I have. So let me know in the comments below, how have you been? What have you been reading? How are you feeling? All the things. And until my next video, be yourself, be awesome, be kind. Bye.